Hello, this is Pastor Jim Kibler. I want to talk to you today about tithes and offerings. The difference between the tithe and an offering. The tithe is the first 10% of your income. Leviticus chapter 27 verse 30 tells us that the tithe is holy unto the Lord. The tithe belongs to the Lord. You don't pay your tithe, you bring your tithe. You can't pay something using God's money. The first 10% of your money belongs to God, and He wants it. This is your act of obedience. When you tithe, God will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there is not room enough to receive. An offering is something you give over and above the tithe. Now, are you required to give offerings? No. The only thing you are required to do by the Bible is to tithe. You do not ever have to give an offering in order to receive an abundance from the Lord. Now, it's wonderful to give offerings. And we give offerings because we want to bless people, we want to support ministries, and all that is wonderful. But I'm telling you what, the only thing you're obligated to do, as far as I can see, is to give the tithe. Bring the tithe. That's the only thing. I've heard preachers say that giving starts after you tithe. You're not obligated to do that. They're just trying to collect money. The truth of the matter is, if you tithe, you have done what God requires, and He will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing. I've written a new book called The Blessing. It tells you how to be connected to the blessing. Did you know that you can be connected to another person's blessing? And you can receive the same blessing that they are receiving? This book will tell you how. This book will tell you how to get all generational curses and all curses out of your life and live in the fullness of God's blessing. People are ordering 5 and 10 copies at a time of this book. Somebody just ordered 12 copies this week. The Blessing. Get this book right now. It's one of the most important books you will ever read. It will change your life. Go to our website, increasenow.com. Everything in there is free. You can listen to all of these messages. Everything is free. increasenow.com. And get this book, The Blessing. God wants to bless you. Tithes and offerings are wonderful. But the only thing that is really mandatory is the tithe.